So today we're looking at some vintage reels I found. This one right here is a clipper. It is incomplete reel. This one right here is a Powerspin number 25 by Rovek. This next one up here is a Spinlight by Langley slash Zebco. And this last one here is a Shakespeare. It's a trolling reel. Real nice. Nice find. Right here I'm just taking apart the reel. We're going to take it all apart, grease it up, get it spinning right. Got these all for about $5 a piece. So if I could get them spinning right, I think I could turn a pretty good profit. This Powerspin is number 25. It's a Japanese-made reel in either the 60s to the 70s. These older reels are a lot easier to work on, only having 3 main screws to pop off the main housing. And from the looks of it, they haven't been serviced in forever or a long time at the very least. This one had barely any grease in it, so I didn't bother wiping any of it out. But I'm using a all-purpose lithium white grease today. I couldn't find any specific fishing reel grease, but this stuff seems to work in all temperatures and it's an all-purpose, so it should do pretty good. And I'm making sure to grease up every little gear and everywhere the metal connects with something else. Now I'm fitting it back on, putting a few screws in, and I'm just going to use it a little bit and see how it acts, and then I'll adjust from there. And it's a little tight, and I think it could use a little more grease, so I decided to open it back up. And thankfully it's only a few screws. So pop it back open, pull the slider up, and just want to work in that grease the best way you can. Gonna put as much as you can in there too. Just working it up and down, moving it left and right, making sure it's fully submerged in grease. Now I'm going to put the cover back on, screw it down. And just like that, it's brand new again. Feels good. It's more of a heavy-dutier reel, but gonna list this one, see how it goes. But it's in great condition for the year it is, that's for sure. Next up, we got the Spinlight. Now, when I was doing research on this, I found out that the original company was called Langley. They were bought out in '62 by Zebco. This one was made in Japan, and I found that the Langley ones were made in Japan, so I'm more aiming towards this being a 60s reel over 70s reel, but you could correct me if I'm wrong. I was having some trouble with this one. It had such tiny screws. So I had to end up using a very fine blade to undo the screws on it. And I decided to take the handle off this one to make it a little more easier. And I found that the screw is a reverse screw head, so I thought that was interesting. This one had a squeaky handle on it, so I made sure to grease up the handle too. But all said and done, this is a really clean reel besides the inside, which had so much grease buildup I decided to go get a paper towel and then try to scrape out and get as much of the grease as possible out of there. You can see I am literally scraping it out there with a screwdriver, trying not to damage it, of course. And with this, I made sure to put an excess amount in here. And you can see I'm spinning it around, trying to work it in before fitting it all back together, because this one was not too pleasant to open up. But it's a great lightweight reel, and I plan on using this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to list it. But gonna fit it all back together, see how it goes. And then I'm just gonna slap in the screws, and then I'm done. The Shakespeare is the Shakespeare was the trolling reel. I didn't end up doing anything to that because that thing was in perfect condition. Spinned well. There was no scratches on it at all, which I was surprised. And it's a really nice reel. And the Clipper reel there, the red one that you've seen just laying there, that one is missing a few parts, and I'm not sure if I'm going to end up finding the parts or just selling it as is, but it's a cool old reel. I'm gonna bring it to someone who knows a bit more about reels and see if he'd like it. But yeah, just fitting it all back together now, making sure I'm doing it right, and screwing on the top. And yeah, there we go. Works great.